Oh, we're live? That's so hard to do. Okay. So you're just using NVIDIA? But you gotta do what you call it. You gotta have your, more resources and everything. Nope. Hello? But I can't do steps like perfectly right now, so you're gonna have to bear with me on that one. I may not be able to see you in real time either when you're recording. So, these combos pretty much, if I'm doing loops like this, these are some of the harder loops that actually right now. You can actually incorporate skills with them in order for them to be pulled off perfectly. But you know, as you know, Elsword has something else for everyone, so you can't pull off perfect combos. all the time, unless if you have the PC capability and the internet connection. I mean, that's fine. It's just you drop very fast. Yeah, it's almost. It's just pretty much speaking. To perform your own combos, you have to just start actually looking for new things to use instead of using like the meta, or what you call, what most people use. Optimal stuff will never always work, so you have to start inventing your own combos in order to get a winning streak in Arena. Or you have to do some analyzing on your own class in order to perform different combos so that you can actually be a little more flexible in the arena or just in practicing in general.
I told you not to touch me!
Well, welcome back, Jude.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, nah, I'm backing off from that. Nah.
Just as a demonstration, you saw pretty much the utility of what she has.
I can't hear Kevin on the stream. Kevin, they can't hear you. They can't hear you.
Well, I mean, I guess it's better, anything. But I'm just gonna pretend like nothing just happened.
Nothing happened.
You guys didn't see nothing. I'm just gonna sit here. But no, basically I'm just saying, anybody who's seen my last video, like people might say all this pretty much people trying to
내 같은 실수는 반복하지 않아.
I won't say verify, but I'm trying to boost the meta.
I'm just trying to hype the meta up so that the game could stay in just one consistent verse instead of.
For the fact that folks don't actually know how to combo, they'd rather just fall. Over games. Ooh, game must be too loud. Hello. What about now?
I want to listen in real quick.
Yeah, you know how it sounds. If you're gonna be talking about this type of stuff, it gotta sound good. little more? Could just be my mic. Hold on. Alright, how about now? Cause I figured I probably just need to turn up the boost on the video. Turn down the system sounds. I could probably turn back up the game. Alright, cool.
You're good.
Cool.
You're good.
Alright.
You're good.
So, before I start talking about how to start making your own unique combos and stuff like that, the first thing I need to point out that both of my friends here kind of, well, I'm not even gonna say kind of, that agree with is the whole meta thing in NA. People playing like the easiest way they can just to get wins. Honestly, I think that's one of the main things that kind of ruined Elsword, if I'm being honest, because back when Elsword first started, and yes, been playing this one since the beta, and I play KR, so I've been playing this one a while, but the whole thing about, well, if you play meta, you just get gear and you win, that's all that really matters. But I'm like, to me, that's trash. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. Going into freaking arena and just doing this, which people can hardly do Z loops, so I should probably just do Z loop. It's kind of garbage. People saying certain classes can't combo when my boy Team Combo here is like best Lucio NA and knows how to do crap that hardly any Lucio in this freaking game knows how to do, and doesn't even do rank because of the sole reason that most people are kind of garbage. I don't know, makes me feel kind of bad, especially when a lot of folks saying they was gonna quit after Labby came out because they were talking about, well, KLG's just trying to bring back a new character to get players to come back. I'm like, player base isn't dying now because Labby's coming out or anything like that. The player base has been died. Like, most of the good players who actually, like, understood what Elsword was capable of as a game have been quit. Folks like Kirby Blader, folks like Muramasa from KR, Danny Lee, freaking Rebliel, and no, I'm not talking about Kirby Blader's Rebliel, I mean the original Rebliel from KR, folks like freaking 44 Magnum on NA, Seob, like folks like that who actually put in the effort to be good with their class and still was good at PvP. Those are the type of players that made PvP fun. Not the players who sit there and loop and play in the most optimal way possible just because they can make the game good for them because they're over-geared and think that their easy playstyles are actually the way the meta should be. But I digress. This video is supposed to be about teaching people how to start their own unique combos, so I'm gonna try to stick to that as much as I can. Without bringing up these trash players. But yeah. So with me today, like I said, I got my boy Team Combo, then I got my boy Renoya. Y'all might know him from his channel. Check him out. He makes some good content. Pretty funny. That's me. It's like, cause I'm like, bruh, I'm surprised that I haven't met a single probably good Labby in PvP really yet. Like, it's kind of sad to be honest. But I'm pretty sure I've beat every lobby I've run into, and also every lobby I've run into has pretty much been the same. Loot this, loot that. Like, I don't even see how I see lobbies drop this. Like, how do you drop this? I've seen lobbies drop that in a corner, and I'm like, how?
It's a damn shame.
Like, even with lag, like, this move right here is so easy. And if you drop this, I'm like, bruh. Just like, wow. Like, I don't know what to say about that. I'm like, and y'all already know what I was saying the other day. Like, to me, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to the company and the game itself to be playing like such trash when they give us these, like, Elsword has one of the best combo systems in games to date, like, if you actually try. But people would rather say, forget all the stuff that we're capable of doing, all the in-depth combos that you can do with pretty much every character in this game, and people would rather just sit here and be basic. And then you downplay on the people who are actually good. If you combo too much, or you're too flashy, or you're a tryhard, or you know what I'm saying, you just wanna look good. All that flashiness don't really matter. And just like, but why though? But why wouldn't you want to go in depth on the game that pretty much gives you the capability to do so? I'm like, what if this game played like, what's a game with really basic combos? Like, something that's super basic. Like, what if the only combos you, like, what if this game didn't have cancel points? What if you couldn't loot? What if the only thing you could do was literally just like some ZZXX stuff? And what if they like knocked down? What if it wasn't like launches and stuff like that?
Let's see.
Like, they give us all these tools, but y'all just want to be trash players. Like, you got platform sweeping in this game. You got freaking ledge converts, aerial combos. And then I'm really getting tired of the whole LG needs to fix the game, LG needs to rebalance stuff, and they're doing a horrible. I'm like, to be honest, LG's been doing a pretty good job. And it comes a time when you can't really blame the company anymore when the player base itself is the one that's trashing the game. Because I'm like, if the community, as they try to portray, was really mad about the game being unbalanced, then they would just play the game in a way that would make it feel not so unbalanced, which is definitely possible, because I've had plenty of PvP matches with actual good people who actually make the game seem a lot of fun. But yeah, I know y'all got some words on y'all mind. I know y'all do.
Personally,
About the player base?
oh yeah, I can definitely speak about the player base.
About the game in general, the player base, everything.
The player base, the game in general, bruh.
The game is a great game.
I'm getting sick and tired of majority of y'all coming onto the game, get like a new player, and now that all of a sudden they're looking for somebody to help them out. You have a whole community of people that know how to play this game, but the majority of what people will tell them is that you got to grind for your gear, you got to get your +9, +10, you got to get your Elria node, got to go to the final dungeon, got to get the ingot. That's fine and cool when you're trying to go ahead and run the final dungeon, but when you kind of bring it into PvP just to break things for the purpose of making things easier, that's when you got to call bullshit. Because nobody asked for that in the first place. The game's been running fine from seasons 1, 2, 3, and everybody's been trying to play fair. You have the unwritten, the written secret laws of no item usage, no overbearing. Look, it's dumb. It's real dumb. And over time, it's gotten to a point where the new people that play the game don't even know their character or their class to its full extent. There's some people that get on their L-Boy, their Chung, their Auras, their Elysis. They'll learn the most exploitable thing possible that they that can make it easier for them to play the game and do some PvP matches to get their easy triple S to star rank win so that can get the free KC or whatever, blah, blah, but they don't even really know their character. So when a more experienced player comes by and then that they start getting wrecked and they don't know the answer why, it's probably the reason why. It's because you're trash. You're trash, buddy. You didn't learn your character at the beginning of the game. The majority of the people that are like teaching you, that's the truth of it. You just suck. You suck. You think.
I can hardly blame the new players because I'm like, all right, back in the day, you know, Elsword, one of the biggest things with Elsword, because I still do it to this day, because like it's one of the things that made Elsword a fun game for me, was a lot of people made combo videos. One of the main things about Elsword back in the day was combos. Like, even I do feel like KRG kind of contributed to the whole dying of combos in Elsword, because a lot of the stuff they did kind of promoted it, kind of promoted damage, kind of promoted you to go for that gear. Like the promotion of freaking going for plus 12s, plus 13s, even plus 11s. Like, I honestly think the game should have capped out at probably like plus 10 in terms of gear, because I say at plus 10 it's a little bit easier to get than other enhancements, and it doesn't make you incredibly too broken to where you're not unbeatable, but at the same time you're not so weak that you can't handle like the PvE side of Elsword and stuff like that. But another thing is that when all the meta players and the high ranked players and stuff like that, which is what the new players are going to look at, they're going to be looking at those high tier players, looking at who's up there in the ranks, how do they play, and like what do I have to follow in order to get up there where they at, to be a good player at this game. And looking up there, there's nothing but, there's some, I'm not gonna lie, there's some players up there freaking good. They deserve star rank, they're up there, they deserve what they made. But there's a lot of players who honestly made star rank who don't deserve it. There's a lot of players who just made triple S rank who don't even deserve it. Players who are over geared, they get lucky with lag, they get lucky with the character they play just having oversized hitboxes, overdone damage, and it's like, okay, so all the new players are gonna come in and be like, well, you telling me all I gotta do is just loot this and that and just get geared? Easy. Especially for people who just wail out on this game, because honestly, I thought it was kind of sickening when Labby first came out in this server, and I logged in, and I'm like, I logged in soon as the update was done. I was in this game, but I wanted to know why the first thing I saw in the megas and like the freaking announcements on my chat is a bunch of people pulling ice burners and stuff. I'm like, you ain't even leveled yet. You ain't went to no training room. You ain't learned the character. The only thing you worried about right now is getting costumes and gear and right now probably. And I'm like, this is kind of sad. Especially when I went to a winners match the other day, and this Labby literally told me, she was like, well, the first thing I think should be done when you get on the new character is learn how to loop on them. I was like, seriously? You really believe that? I'm like, no, the first thing you should learn how to do is how the character moves, like what are their pros and cons, you know? Not what moves can I loop. I'm like, anyone can loop a move. You press ZZ, back forward, or back forward on some characters, or some characters like my Elsword, when you're fast enough, you can loop Z just by pressing Z.
It's honestly a damn shame.
I'm like, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. So I'm like, that's not the first thing you should learn. That's just
there's
easy.
Another topic actually. It's actually a huge topic for most people that do try to combo, or for some reason just combo a specific way, but it's not actually. Majority of people that think things are just like optimal feel like that's the only way to play a character, when that's completely and entirely wrong. When there are multiple ways to play characters, people have their own style of playing characters. So saying that there's only one way to play a character is retarded. is completely retarded. You can't say that. It's not right. It's not right at all.
And then I know a lot of people think with combos, like I've heard some people I've actually talked to be like, they believe when you make a combo, it's supposed to be something like this long, extensive combo that ain't supposed to drop, and like it's supposed to be, you know, when you're doing flashy stuff, it's just supposed to be all over. You have to have it all planned out, all from the beginning, all from the get-go. That's not how it works. When you're making combos, it doesn't really take that much effort. You don't have to have this super long, drawn-out combo that's only supposed to work one way, and you have to get the setup for it. And once you have the setup, you have to try and hit it perfectly. The best way to learn a character is not these loops or these super long combos. It's to learn different increments of stuff that you can have for different situations. So I can have a short combo that can be mixed up whether I'm like on a flat ground, whether I need to go through a platform, whether it's a ledge convert. I can have like a small little setup that leads into a ledge platform convert or anything like that. But it doesn't have to be some long drawn out combo that's just, oh, this is the way it's supposed to go. If it can't go this way, then combo it just ain't gonna work. Which brings me back to the topic where I was saying you have to learn how your character moves. You have to learn what combos do what, how hitboxes work, where does it hit? Does it hit behind you, in front of you? Like how far does it push when you're not hitting something? How far does it push when you start the combo hitting something? How far does the combo go in terms of those same things? But I know a lot of people don't like to think that far or think that in depth into a character. But Labby's been out, for me at least. I'm not going to use the NA date because yeah, I did play her on KR, but even then I played Labby on KR for like a week maybe? Probably less than that. And in that week, I was able to make the video that I made the other day just by basically taking the character into training mode. Yeah, was in there for a while, for some hours, but I mean, if you put the effort in, it's not that hard to learn a class and learn a way to play it in a unique fashion to where it's caters to you in a way where you don't have to play like a scrub, basically.
Scrub a dub. How many Eins have you seen in PvP that spam X? How many Roses have you seen in PvP that spam X?
Plenty.
Have you seen the majority of people that play, Cold Sariel like baffling? Because I'm pretty sure you're tired of people spamming X with a bunch of skills on screen. How many L-boys have you seen that have just rolled for retarded reasons for trying to do a catch? How many Chungs have you seen spam Bullet Blitz Unga Bunga style?
Every single one.
So I'm like, one thing that happens when you're a more unique player, when you know have your own play style, is that it's a lot harder to keep up with you. Because when people see something that they haven't seen before, especially if you know how to move on a character, boy, does it make a difference. So like, I thought it was kind of sad when I was PvPing on my Labby, and I fought, I'm not gonna say any names, but I fought a couple triple S ranks. Not really star rank well. I did fight I guess I can say Ontanashi. I fought Ontanashi. Y'all might know him, star rank.
Common Crusader.
Yeah, Common Crusader. That class. Oh boy. We had some pretty good fights. But out of him and all the SS ranks I fought, I thought it was kind of sad that, I would say this pretty bluntly, it's pretty much kicking their ass. And I know it could be boiled down to, well, she's a new character, people don't know how to fight her yet. But bruh, all these folks now, like, I'm not gonna lie, they're losing against these folks. But the matches themselves, like, I am wearing a plus, I was PvPing with a +8 heroic weapon. The fact that I almost won against these folks with a +8 heroic weapon on a character that's been out a day, just because I was playing in a style that they couldn't recognize, I'm like, because if you're a good player, if you're a really good player, you will be able to adapt even if you see something that you don't usually see. Because you yourself are unique. You're not basic like most of the mofos that are in PvP right now.
Hell, I was able to adapt.
I focus on hitboxes all the time.
Actually, yeah. Funny thing is, fought a bunch of people. The only person I fought yesterday who's close to my level in like gear, where we had a pretty
Even match.
close even match, was my boy Renoya over here. And even he was doing better than pretty much, actually, yeah, he was doing better than pretty much everyone else I fought.
I tested the waters with pretty much Eternal Winter. It's good class. I know how to react to it. It's because I watched plenty of YouTube. Just had to fight again. It's not impossible to beat.
It's really not. I know a lot of people been saying, well, she's broken. I'm like, look. For as long as I've been playing this game, if there's one thing I know for sure, every time a new character comes out, and I mean every time a new character comes out, people always complain that the character is broken. Every time. Like, it never fails. Every time a new character comes out, people will say, that character's broken. That character's over the top. They need to nerf that character. I'm like, y'all people say this so much that now you got characters getting nerfed that don't even need to be nerfed really anymore. I'm like, Ad has been nerfed so much, it's ridiculous. Like, that man, like, I understand, like, I made Ad for a while, and even I was like, you know, especially when Ad first came out, the man was broken. No, he was broken. Especially when Mad Paradox first came out, back when like Mind Break had like infinite amount of range and all that.
Oh yeah, that was busted.
Diabolic Esper, oh man.
It was like, yeah, that man was broken. He needed to be nerfed. I'm not gonna lie, he needed to be nerfed. And he got nerfed. Mind Break was nerfed, like they even nerfed, I'm like, there's some things they nerfed that I don't think need to be nerfed. Like freaking, like, alright, Lunatic Psyker, I understand the whole, you know, his tracking, being able to track fully across the stage, but it's too short now. It's way too short. Like Fantasy Tracer, like that, the passive and being able to like track people is like, it got nerfed so much. I'm not gonna say it's unusable, but dang, KLG. Y'all
they smacked that man silly.
They all stabbed this dude in the back and just left him lying on the floor. Like, this man, y'all hit him hard. And I'm like, they hit Ad so hard, but I'm like, the characters that need to be nerfed,
they're still there, unnerved.
Boy, if I made a patch list myself for Elsword, bruh. Like, I will tell you some of the stuff that needs to be nerfed. Like, boy. Freaking, like, Rose, like the whole, I'm like, Rose, especially Black Massacre, why does she have a passive that can instant kill you if you're lower than her maximum damage at a certain health range? That's stupid. Luciel can hardly do that nowadays with her
with Oblivion.
With Oblivion, I'm like, and you gave it to a passive. You put that on a passive. Now that is something I would say, KLG, what were you thinking? Why would you put that on a passive? Are you telling me her normal attacks can just shoot up with damage? I'm like, so if you fight a Black Massacre with like a plus 11, plus 12, boy.
That's over for you.
Y'all want to talk about Freya's flight? Why not have a character that can just outright kill you?
I'm like, and then some characters like, now there is one thing I know the direction they were going with this, but it makes Mad Paradox too brain dead. Like, that's one thing, the whole, because I see a lot of Mad Paradoxes play like this because now it's the meta, but Mad Paradox has become basically an NP control character. Like, basically going between reverse field, energy boom, and freaking force finger, like skills like that. And then if you have like Shadow's Descent while using like Burning 4, bruh, basically if Mad Paradox catches you first, that's pretty much game. If they know what they're doing, because literally you just looping skills in like a few hits, draining people's MP infinitely. They never get enough MP to mana break, and that's pretty much game. And that's way too easy. Like, no character should be able to do that. That's one thing I'll say that needs to be nerfed on ad for sure. Like, that needs to be gone. Like, there are certain characters in this, like, freaking Ein, don't even get me started on Richter. Don't get me started on Richter. Don't get me started on Richter. Like, in terms of hitboxes, people like to complain about hitboxes. His stomp hit, like Ein's stomp hitbox is like,
why is it so wide? Why is it kind of tall? Why is it a little bit big?
Like, you can hardly counter it unless you use a skill to do so, or super armor, because the dive before the stomp is a hit. So if you try to jump and hit him, you might be hit yourself.
Wait a minute, whoa. How are we gonna talk about dives when we haven't even talked about the dive master yet, bro?
Trust me, I'm gonna get on him. Rage Hearts, Reckless Fist, Overtaker. Like, don't get me started on how wide this man dirt dive is. And another thing is, other than I'd say probably Bloody Queen, because her dirt dive is probably the most, I'm not gonna say useless, I'll probably say more balanced one, because a lot of the dirt dives in this game, I don't know how this happened or why it happens, but I swear they will auto-target you sometimes. I've seen some dirt dives that don't even go on a diagonal line. They just start going straight down, and I'm like, how? How do you even?
Dirt dives for Lucio are better, though. They can track.
Yeah, only dirt dive I know that goes straight down is...
They're called dirt dives because you're supposed to be derpy when you do them, because they leave you wide open. You're supposed to be, you're supposed to have to think smart when you dive towards someone with a dirt dive. But if it tracks, and especially the ones with heavy hit stun, wide hitboxes, I'm looking at you, Rage Heart still, yeah. And then some moves, don't get me started on Furious Blade dirt dive. I swear, the dirt dive will hit you in the air. He'll tumble, and like 100% of the time, if he does the last part of the dirt dive where he cuts through you, it like hits. I don't know how it hits. It just hits, and I'm just like, how? Finishing slash? Bruh, that jump is like a get out of jail free card if you just mash it, because you get hit from the back. Even if freaking Shadow Step doesn't activate, if some strange way you get finishing slash off, that jump will hit from the back, and I'm just like, oh, okay. That's fine. That's okay. No one brings that up though. I don't really see people talk about how much, Raven's hitboxes, especially with his Sephiroth blade. I really want to understand how Raven's blade has more range than Ellis's sword, when her sword is supposed to be a claymore, but okay. My bad. I'm in the wrong here about that one. I need to stop.
Alright.
I can't. And I do admit on Labby though, I won't say she's too broken, but one thing that is broken about her, they need to do something about the hitboxes though.
Hitboxes are pretty wide.
Her hitboxes are kind of wild. Them jumps is extra wide.
Like extra wide, extra thick, lots of priority. Sometimes you can't even trade with her.
Like,
and then lag.
Oh, and lag. I fought a couple laggy labbies, and I was like, alright, I'm just gonna have to play passive, because there was no way I was winning trades against a laggy labby. Like, it was ridiculous.
Setting up invisible walls every few seconds after they throw a punch. Like, what is this?
Now, from what I've seen, I'll say Labby was necessary. I'll say she was I'll put it after her. I'll say Labby was a necessary pick, because, and people was talking about she needs to have regular stuns, not power stuns. Same people who say that are the same people who spam stoic in PvP.
Yep.
Because every person I fought on Labby, who relies on stoic, he destroys people who rely on stoic. Like, fought a Night Emperor, I fought a couple Night Emperors who just try to run it, Night Emperor and Immortals, who just run at you pure stoic all day long, and then they get hit by a power stun, and then it's like, now what?
Game over.
You done wasted your whole super armor. Point.
Because I'm like, if they knew their character and knew how to move without relying on stoic all the time,
This is why most movement options and some options in general relate to character. This prevents you from doing such stupid things. Stupid things.
and I know one thing people say is, with flashy combos that I will kind of give them props on is, with there being his lag issue in Elsword, flashy combos can, to some
Fail.
degree, fail, while put next to easy grade combos like Z loops. But I'm like, you kind of have to temper yourself to know when you can play how you want to, play flashy and do what you want, and then when you have to, settle down and be like, all right, for this person,
You gotta take it easy.
exactly. I'm like, yeah, even sometimes I have to be like, all right, this person is way too laggy for you to be doing some flashy stuff. I'm just about to sit back and, hit the easy box out, because it's...
But then again, that still relates to having to learn your character, because then you have to know what moves are lag sensitive, what works and what doesn't during lag.
Exactly. That's another thing you have to know about your character, because some characters don't have good lag sensitive loops.
Like, for one thing, I think it's Night Emperor against Immortal. I think Immortal trouble dealing with laggers, while Night Emperor is a lot stronger dealing with laggers, I think.
That's what I
Is
think.
that it?
No, I think Immortal's better, because Immortal has a lot of multi-hit moves.
Yeah, that's
While
what
Night Emperor is pretty straightforward, and he has a lot of push to his hits, which, dealing with laggers when you push is kind of...
They're gonna push you out of the hitbox, apparently.
Exactly.
Right.
But I digress. We're gonna stop talking about it. Everyone knows that there's a lot of stuff in Elsword that needs to change. It's like, I'm not gonna say it's all of the developers' faults, because I honestly think PLG has been doing a pretty good job in bringing the game back. Because I'm like, if I compare the game now to how it was
Before.
like about end of season 2-ish,
They started transforming for the worst.
when like back when folks would one shot you with a 300 MP. Don't even get me started back when I used to main DC and he could one shot you with Shooting Star. I'm like, think about back in those.
Oh man.
I'm like, back in those. I'm like, the
That was
game has come
nasty.
far. I'm like, it's not necessarily season 1 Elsword,
Bruh.
but
That was nasty.
it's definitely not like end of season 2, season 3. It's just, it's way better than that. Man, that was ridiculous. You could be whooping somebody's tail the whole time, then they get one good skill off
And then you're just like, really? This is what's happening?
in that game. I'm like, KLG has made some good decisions. You can't lie about like the whole nerfing hyperactive thing.
That was a pretty great
Nerfing
decision,
hyperactive-
actually.
And then
That was
the way they did it, they buffed them in PvE, nerfed them in PvP.
That's great.
Perfect. That was
Except mine. Mine got majorly nerfed. Got nerfed in PvE.
Well, that's because yours dragged everything in and did incredible freaking damage. I don't even know how. Matter of fact, I don't know how Fatal Phantoms did so much damage with that, because it wasn't that many hits, but it's like every time they gun ticked, your health was just gone.
Well, it's simple. We have the power of anime on our.
This man.
All right. But nah, for real, it's about time. Finally got to the point of this stream. Set our piece. Time to teach these people how to become combo enthusiasts.
Yes, how to become a combo enthusiast. Now, like I was saying earlier, combos, at least the flashy parts, I don't consider this a combo. That's just you basically mashing one button or a couple buttons. Now, That doesn't require any real thought process. Now, something like this, or yeah, something like that. That's more of a combo. Requires a little bit of thinking. And I say a little bit because honestly, to me that's pretty easy to do. I think all of Labby should be playing like that because she has such good aerial game. Like, if you're not using her aerial game in your combos, then what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? It's like, the way I see it, most of NA is kind of boring because if you're sitting here doing this when you can fucking straight up just take somebody in the air and just you do stuff like that on the fly, and all you're doing is this? Boy, something wrong with you. Your life is boring. You have the most boring life ever. Your life is trash.
I need to point this out. This character is unique in that she can take you in the air, right? Now, explain to me why none of y'all are doing that. That when she takes it, take me in the air, fly. I want to go flying.
Let me move out the way.
Notice that. Okay, I'm dead. Notice that I'm in the air. Okay, the fact that she has that perk means that you don't have to deal with someone pushing a skill mid combo. Exactly. Depending on how leaky they is or not, and then they can't escape. Exactly. That's why it's practical to kind of learn this.
Like,
throw them up in the air.
Because I'm like, with aerial combos, they can't do no skills. If they lag out of it, especially with Labby, who can, if I'm doing this combo, I can literally just go, I can leave. I can just leave. I can leave. So if you see them lag out of something, or they lag spike or anything like that, it's a good test because if they lag out of it, ooh, I'm out of here.
Exactly. It keeps her safe. Not to say she doesn't have any flaws. She actually has a couple of flaws, but like that's just one of the many perks that she has. Give me a second, I'll be right back.
I'm like, especially you can tell the KLG did this on purpose. Cause I'm like, look how many skills Labby can use in the air. This girl has a short Yukon she can use in the air. Her freaking, I would say do. Or her kick she can use in the air. Her Tatsumaki she can use in the air. This jump she can use in the air. I'm like, she has so many moves she can use in the air to like, and she can use all these off of her air combos, or at least the dashes and stuff. Meaning you can make combos on the fly just by doing easy stuff. I'm just like, it's not that hard. It's really not. And people say, I don't understand when people say you're try-harding. I'm like, I just did that. I wasn't even trying. Like, I was just...
Some characters that are more restricted, though, actually have to be in-depth. Sorry for cutting.
Some characters are more restricted to where you have to, like, put in a lot more effort. I'm like, I'm not gonna say I didn't put, like... It's probably... I'm saying it's easy to me, but like I said, I did a lot of labbing with Labby. I took her to the training room, you know what I'm saying? I beat up on low for hours and hours on end, you know, because I wanted to learn the character. Wanted the unique play style, wanted to learn what she could do, her ins and outs. But that's what you should do with every character you play. Because honestly, I played every character in this game except Dimensionless Metamorphy, only because I hate that place. I'm just be straightforward. I hate
that's his preference. He doesn't prefer Dimension much at all.
Like I don't. And to be honest, my favorite Aisha used to be Void Princess. Until she became Odd Sorcerer, and now she's just pure brain dead. Like she is so brain dead. Like, I used to love playing Void Princess, but Odd Sorcerer is so brain dead it is ridiculous. I can't with that class. Like, y'all talk about characters that need to be broken. She drains your MP with almost every move she does, and almost every move she does either tracks you or has a black hole effect. that's a kid. And then people talk about how, oh, but Aisha's always getting nerfed and she needs to be buffed. I'm like, where? Where, fam? Aisha gets first catch, especially if Odd Sorcerer gets first catch on you or something, and she's able to get a good MP lead. You're done. You are done. Especially if it's Aisha who almost any Void Princess or Odd Sorcerer, I'll say, who's got Shadows of Ascent or something like that. Boy, if she's running Plague or Burning, you're done.
That's it.
Especially if she's good. I'm like, shout out to Snowy. I don't know if y'all know her. Snowy. I don't know if she really is going to do ranked PvP, so I don't know if anyone's seen her around. I saw her the other day. She actually does play Metamorphy. Snowy, she's an amazing Aisha player. She shows what Aisha is capable of. I'll say I don't really know his gender, but I'm just going based off the character. But Snowy is an amazing Aisha. I mean, steps on Aisha like it's an L-boy. I'm telling you. Ugh. And when I see players like that, I don't know, when you see a player like that who shows what a character is really capable of, and then you see other players who are just like making the character look trash, and I'm just like, but she's capable of all of this, but y'all only do this. What's wrong with you? Like, why? This character can do all of this. I'm like, I didn't even know Aisha was like, I played Aisha for a good second because I wanted to learn how she played, and me being the combo enthusiast, I obviously looked more into her to find out what she could do in terms of combos and stuff like that, and I found out she got some nice combos. But even I was like, wow, when I saw Snowy for the first time in a freaking PvP match, and I was like,
I'm the one who saw her pretty much more often, so I could have told him from my perspective, but he wouldn't believe me until he saw it himself.
Yeah, I'm like,
I just decided to keep my mouth shut.
The way she plays, I'm like, that's something I'd have to see first, because, man, that Aisha is amazing. And I'm just like, it's all good though. I ain't too worried about it. It's like, the good players will be good, the bad players will be bad, the people who want to get good will, you know, eventually. Eventually. They might, you know, want to be something different. But as people say, if you're a good player, you must be Asian or something, because obviously Americans are too lazy to be different. Just saying. Because every time I go into PvP, man, like, I am an African American. I'm a black man living in America. Mofos will tell me, just based on my playstyle, they will tell me, oh, you must be one of those Asians, one of those tryhards. I'm like, why does me playing like this or playing different have to do with my ethnicity? Why? What? Huh? Why can't I be American and, you know, be flashy or, you know, have a unique playstyle? I can't live in America. I have to be lazy in America. Like dang.
That's crazy, man. That's real crazy.
I'm like, I wish I could show that. See, my boy Derek.
What's good?
Let's stop. Let's show these folks some combos. Jude, you in on this? I know you in on this. This man had to sit on me.
Alright. Oh, that was my mess up though. I'm actually not into the mood right now. Actually, hold up. But I can show them a little something.
Gotta get that.
That's if I'm like actually faster than your computer though. I have to be superhuman in order to pull off some of these combos for the time being. Oh wow, teleported because he was above. I didn't even know that could work.
Get that for hitbox though.
Yeah, I have to get so close. I need to know exactly when to start towards you so I can actually do something like that. But pretty much I'm gonna mess up most of the time, but I'm not worried about messing up anymore. It's because I have way too much experience with this character as it is, so it's okay for me to mess up. I just don't have to care too much about it now.
I'm like, look at this. Look at this. I'm like, and one thing about this class for sure, because most other, I guess, most of the demonios and stuff that I fight,
They're more consistent to the actual character.
you already know they straight up bound combo. Bound combo this. Bound combo that. This character's all bound combos. They don't really have like flashy tech and stuff. And I'm like, I'm looking at my boy Derek, my boy Team Combo over here, and I'm just like, what?
But I can pull off a lot of loot combos. CL a little bit more complicated because you have to know exactly. It's a lag sensitive class. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be dishonest about it. It's a lag sensitive class to a degree, but if you're fast enough to actually pull off some of these combos and like practice enough, I mean, you can pull off a lot of great combos, especially on platforms with CL. CL is a great platform character. Like, he can actually pull off some of the most insane converts. Even Lou, she's strong by herself. She's a great class from just base. She's a great character from base, I should be saying. But CL, he may be stiff, but he has a lot to work with if you just look for it, though. Some characters you have to look for things. Some characters you don't really have to do too much labbing. It's just you need to know general movements of the game in order to improve your gameplay. And then you can make combos based off of that. But anything else, pretty much, you can create these pretty... Well, yeah, it's not hard to create new combos. It's not hard to be flashy. You just have to be, encouraged to do some of these things. Like, I can create a lot of good combos just with a few skills, and I would be pretty much unique.
And like, another thing is like the degree of fun that you can have in a match. Like in a match where people are just playing meta, like, it's like,
you're not gonna have much fun. You're just gonna literally not want to play Elsword in general.
I'm watching you do something I've seen almost every other person who plays your class do. I'm like, that's okay. But
you see me pull it off on them, they get pissed off and then they start spamming more. It's because I'm beating them really terribly.
Yeah, and
that's the difference.
Don't get me started. Some of the freaking, because I'm like, I think I was, because I'm not gonna lie, the Elsword ranking system is horrible in terms of who you get matched up with. So when I was A rank on my labby, I ran into a couple double S rank, triple S rank players. And boy, when I started moving on them and started hitting them with them combos,
I remember that day.
When they saw that they might actually lose, when I say the skill spam came out so hard, like, you could tell these folks was desperate. Them folks was like, what? I'm double S, triple S rank. I can't be losing to no A rank. What is this? Like, bruh, I was like, you could tell the desperation, like the difference in the mindset. You could tell it changed from the beginning of the fight to after, like, midway through the fight. From like fight will start, and it's like they'd be treating me like I'm
unfair
based on my
gameplay.
rank. Yeah, they'd be treating me based on my rank, like, oh, it's just an A rank. This will be easy. Labby's only been out a day. They don't know what they're doing. And then I just start freaking going in on their tail. And then the skill spam come out, and I'm just looking at them like, so who's the tryhard exactly? Like, you got to spam all this stoic and, tracking skills and all this stuff just to beat me, but I'm literally over here not really taking these folks seriously because I'm like, I don't really expect to beat a lot of these higher ranked folks. A lot of higher ranked folks got, of course, way better gear. Obviously, I don't have none of my stuff because I can't trade or bank share or anything like that.
After 3 days of time, like when you make a new character, I wonder what happened then.
Because I'm like, once I can bank share my stuff, because I was like, half these folks, because I was hitting them with so many combos that I was like, if I had my real gear, or was like at least equally geared with some of these folks I was fighting, man, it wouldn't even be a match. And like, I know I'm not one to like, I don't like trying something cocky or anything like that. But it's just kind of the truth.
It's just the truth about players' personalities towards the game. They don't play it literally to enjoy it. They play it to just win and get recognition for just winning.
Exactly. Like back in the day when people played, like, I remember people would say like, "Bro, look at this new combo I made," or "Bro, look at this new flashiness. Look at all."
Check this out. Check this out, my guy. Like literally.
And now it's like, I wonder how much damage I can do. It's like,
and you see that every single day while playing this game. But luckily, I haven't been on every single day on this game.
I'm just like,
because I saved myself the trouble of even looking back on it. I'm like, okay, I know you guys are going to say the same thing over and over again. Once I return, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to see anything brand new, and you guys are just going to call me a tryhard and be playing like you're trying to be so flashy. Oh, God, you think you're the best player in the world? Yeah, whatever. I don't care about any of that. I just don't think of anything of this community like they're trying to have fun. No, they're not. They're just trying to be annoying, and at the same time, they're not, contributing to the game's one true element that it had in the past, which it encouraged combos before. That's how the game was supposed to be perceived at first. But no, once the gear element started being promoted a lot more, which is okay and all that, but try and keep it.
Go about it the right way, and especially it should have stopped at a certain point. It's like the whole, like, honestly, plus 13, plus 12 definitely should have never happened. Like, I'll definitely say plus 12, plus 13, that shouldn't be a thing. Because plus 11 was already pushing it, because some classes, even with a plus 11, just do way too much damage. Way too much. And I'm speaking about even some of the classes I played, because Ad, like, especially like back in the day, Ad with a plus 11, like freaking like Lunatic Cycle, Conqueror. Man, way too much damage.
Well, pretty much, in essence of all of it, the whole entire generalistic view of what we have to see here is like you can be unique with a character, you can be unique with any class you play. Just don't try and play the same way the whole time. Like, change it up a bit. I'm pretty sure you would get more enjoyment from the game from being skilled at it in your own way. Not like using optimal benefits just so that you can win all the time. You can still win with being flashy or unique. It's just your whole mindset, though.
Ooh,
just like how anything else you do in life, it still applies to this game.
Yeah.
But pretty much, yeah. If you want to be flashy, I mean, just do a few things. Listen to players that actually are. Well, they try new things. I won't say skilled that you're not skilled or anything, but I'm going to say that most of the players do not take pointers from other people who are already skilled at the game. Like, they know almost everything about the game, and they perform it almost flawlessly.
It's mostly because a lot of the player base, it's like they want the meta to be easy. They want the meta to just be get gear, play like everyone else, and you're good. That's what people want, but I'm like, why would you want that? I'm like, I don't understand. I really don't.
It's not an enjoyable factor about the game. It literally just kills the motivation for everybody to actually play the game, first of all. This is a very enjoyable game in its own aspect. The combo system is definitely one of the most unique things I've ever seen in this game.
So I'm like, and then the way a lot of meta players downplay on the more, I guess, fancier, more stylish players. If you play too stylish or you're too fancy or you're try hard, I'm like, why do you have to be?
Either way, if you think about it, this game is not really in a meta aspect. It is a fighting game.
Because I'm on Discord. Do I need to turn down their volume? Or nah? They said they saying the difference between our voice volume is massive.
Oh, really?
Could just be
Um,
because Derek's voice is freaking booming.
Jeez, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't like. Sometimes I talk too low and my mic doesn't pick up anything, and so I'm just using my presentable voice. My bad. I'm very sorry about that.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Really sorry. No, but I was actually practically screaming into my mic at this point, and I could hear myself. So, like, yeah, I think they're telling me to tone it down a little. You're kind of screaming in our ears.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn down the Discord volume. Hold up.
That involves the movement system, of course, physics with hitboxes and everything. You learn these small little quantities of things, and you actually pick up on what you can actually do with the new class before everyone else. If you're just a combo enthusiast, because I know I'm one. And I also tried to delve into the whole gear fashion and all that. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with losing fights apparently too, because winning doesn't mean everything to me either. So.
Yeah, that's one thing I know is kind of destroying Elsword. The whole I have to win mindset. The whole that kind of kills it. Cause I'm like, you should go into a match just looking to, have a fun match, a test of skill between two players, without the whole, oh, I have to win. I have to do anything possible to win, whether it's the cheapest thing I can find. I'm just like, but it's not fun. Like, no one wants to always go into PvP with some crazy thing on the line, like rank points, and being told I have to win. I have to use all the meta possible to get my win out. I'm just like, just have fun. Do combos. That's how Elsword used to be, and that's how the best time Elsword had is when people would play like that. Like, I still know, like I was saying yesterday, I still know to this day, my favorite match that I've ever had on Elsword was back when I made Deadly Chaser, and I ran into freaking 44 Magnum in PvP, and we had some of the best like each one of our matches was extremely close. He won pretty much. It was we had 3 matches, because this was back when they had the whole rematch system, so we had 3 matches in a row, because fighting each other was fun. We did 3 matches, and it was about 2 to 1. He won 2 to 1, but each match was extremely close, and we had an extreme amount of fun just, playing with each other, just playing the game, doing combos. Now, don't be afraid. I'm like, back when people was not afraid to drop a combo, like, you shouldn't be afraid that a combo will drop. You should just be happy that you're playing against someone who has the same mindset where y'all can actually have fun. Without knowing, oh, if I drop this combo, he'll get 1 catch and he's gonna play the most meta, easiest way to beat me. So now I have to be scared of dropping the combo, which is just gonna make you play more like him.
That's not gonna even work in every aspect, because they can mess up even easiest combos as well.
Exactly.
So,
I'm like, but if everybody was playing like this, it wouldn't really matter. So I'm like, then it's more, in that case, it's more like, yeah, just a test of skill. Like, who's better at combos? Who's been practicing longer? That's how PvP should be. It should be, if you put in the time and effort in your character to get good with them enough to where you can pull off your combos without dropping them, then yeah, you deserve to win. It shouldn't be, oh, my gear's better. So, that's pretty much it. Like, oh, I'm playing the cheaper character and I have better gear. That's the match for you. That should not be the mindset of people on Elsword. It's like, I shouldn't be running to people, like I said earlier, I shouldn't be running to people that tell me the first thing they do when they got on the character is learn how to loot. I'm just like, wow. What else did you learn? Did you think that's all you need to know? And then the same person who said this to me, sad part about it, Same person who said this to me, it's the same person that when I fought in the winter match, they dropped the labby uppercut in the corner. I was like, so the first thing you learned how to do was loop, but you suck at just doing one of the easiest commands in the game. Like, how do you drop this? And just like, this is sad. this is sad. I really wish people would, you know, put the effort into Elsword that it deserves. Stop blaming the KOG for all this so-called unbalanced stuff and actually play the game in a way that makes it more skill-based. Because it's definitely possible. Elsword definitely is a game where skill could be an asset of every match. But people don't want stuff to be like that. People just want to be lazy. People want the meta to be something that anyone can follow as long as they have money and gear.
Something. I have to basically test out like one thing.
Bro, Rick Butt is here.
Rick Butt is here?
Oh,
He
snap.
said,
Rick
y'all
Butt?
preach.
Oh my god. That's like one of my inspirations for combos right there.
Definitely, man. The man is a genius with a lot of these classes. I have never seen Furious Blade platform convert like that. That was insane. When he put out that video, that was the most genius, inspirational Raven video I've ever seen, and I used her main Raven.
It's just real talk, though. The majority of the community is just lazy. Nobody knows what a real combo is.
Like that's one thing. I don't want to blame a lot of the new players, because like I said, they're just basically following the top tiers. They're following who they think are the best players in the game, and sadly, the people who seem to be the best players in the game are the people who basically just get geared and play the easiest way possible. Sad to say, like, because I'm like, there's a lot of people who don't like getting geared because they want to show that their skill can outdo the gear, which is how I like playing a lot of times. I'm like, I saw I thought he was joking, but if anyone here knows, it's Tetsuhime, Iron Paladin on NA, he might know.
Oh yes.
Or I'm not gonna say he, cause doesn't like me saying genders, but it. Basically, I thought he was joking back in. Well, I keep saying he. I thought it was joking.
You could just say he, she. It doesn't even matter.
Just say
He or
they.
she.
That's pretty general.
Okay, I thought Tetsu was joking basically, cause they told me they weren't gonna go third job. When third jobs came out, they said they weren't gonna go third jobs because they didn't need it. Which was why I was like, cause Tetsu's amazing at combos. Man has amazing combos. You can tell there's a lot of work put into the class he plays. I'm just gonna say he because, you know. And yesterday, I was in a room with Tetsu, and Tetsu was straight bodying a Fatal Phantom, playing fancy as heck. Of course, he tried to deny it when I said Tetsu was good.
He's like, what are you talking about?
I think Tetsu's just being modest, but that's kind of like what I'm talking about when I say the skill level outweighing the gear in the class advantage. If you're good enough at a class and you put a lot of work into it, then I think disadvantages like gear and stuff won't be so bad.
I've invested a lot of time into Lucio, and I thought they just were not generally good until I actually went out and just started playing them. First Lucio I ever played was, of course, this class, Demonio. Figured out they were actually the best. They were the best combo potential-wise, literally. It was not Dreadlord. It was actually Demonio. But if you want to make things harder on yourself and play CL only, I mean that's your own preference. You can play the character with both characters. It's just they complement each other.
About that, the whole people saying you're only really good at Lucio if you main. Lucio if you only main CL, and I was like, that's not true. It's like you can play Lu and CL and still be really good at the class. I'm like, I say the way to be best at the class is to master them both. just don't play Lucio. I mean, don't play Lou in a way that everyone else plays Lou.
I made that impression already on this server. Bro.
Z-loop into skill. And then combination attack for good damage.
I'm like, actually, like, kind of what I just did right there with Lavi. That's kind of what I was talking about with, like, just a short combo. See, I stopped it at the Z. Now I can go into a different combo or something else. Like, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be some super long, extensive combo. It's just a lot of short combos. Got a lot of good tested combos that become longer because you become good with the class. Because you know what to do in certain situations. Now, I do admit this kind of does get to me sometimes, because sometimes when I'm comboing, I'm like, alright, what do I want to do next? But it's kind of fun. I don't know, it's kind of fun to have that whole mindset sometimes when you get so good at a character that you be doing a combo and you're just thinking, dang, now what do I want to do next in this combo? Bruh, Derek, this man's demanding your presence. Ooh.
I'm holding him off.
When I get hit instead, was I the combo conversion, dude? Was I the combo conversion in that?
Listen.
Oof. I'm messing up my own stuff. Yeah.
I dislike all basic chunks. Unless it's a day one chung, I dislike all basic.
That's kind of crazy.
It ain't crazy. It's fact.
Okay, hold on a sec.
There'll be people that have played this game for more. There'll be people that have played this game longer than chung, but for some reason still can't do a single X drop right.
What makes me upset with Elsword is how most mechanically intensive aspects of the game are glossed over by much easier substitute 90% of the time. Yeah, it's true. That's
Like
kind of
the
how the
process.
community is. Oh, this is easier to do though. Oh god, it's like Derek. It's like that time you were teaching that we were teaching that L boy how to combo.
What?
And then he was like, you kept trying to like, you were putting time and effort into this dude, trying to teach him how to combo. And
He
like,
basically was talking about what's cool.
yeah, he was like, he just started spamming skills, like catching skills with skills and catching that skill with another skill. And then we were like, bruh, we're trying to teach you how to actually use your character's neutral game and whatnot. And he was like, but this is cooler. And I was like, it's not. You're just mashing skill keys. That's it. That's easy. Like, it's easy to catch some, like neutral game should be all your basic commands. Like, anyone can catch someone just by pausing the screen a couple times. Yeah, if your opponent can't move, then of course you're gonna catch them.
So people are calling me to play some Smash Ultimate, and I'm all for the message that this video's purpose is entirely. But yeah, to sum it up, you could do what you want on this game, but at the same time, at the end of the day, just do something unique. Like, make the game fun instead of just play the meta. Like, the meta is not always fun.
Just because you think it's gonna get you somewhere. I'm like, I know some people's idea of fun is meta. They just like messing with people. Some people's idea of fun, it's only fun if I'm winning type deal. That's how some people are. But I know the majority of the community can't be that like up their own.
But yeah, I'm just gonna catch that message right there, and I'm just gonna say, well, it was nice talking to you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and some of the demonstrations that were going on, and I'm gonna be taking my leave just because, yeah, people are calling me. The Smash calls.
Smash calls.
The void of Smash calls again.
All right, peace, guys.
Like, something like I'm like, I don't know. I want the community to change because I love this game. I love this game. This game has so much potential, so much, but the community, as much as they want to blame KOG, it's mostly their fault that the game is in this predicament. It's mostly their fault that the game is all meta based. I'm like, the game didn't used to be like this.
Hold on, that boy Rick Butt been talking. I mean, he been typing. What makes him upset with Elsword is how most mechanically intensive aspects of the game are glossed over by much easier substituting. Oh, wait, he already said that.
Yeah.
I haven't been reading. Optimal versus flashy play. I hate Optimal. I hate Optimal playing this so much. Christ.
I'm like, just because it's optimal, like, doesn't mean it's fun. Like, I don't see how people can find it fun logging into this game and doing the exact same thing every single day.
Log in, do ZZ skill, do damage, pump damage into guy, get easy star rank, now for that D rank, get star rank again, get KC, blah blah, more gear, repeat process, ruin game, failure, easy XP, boonga boonga. That's how it goes. It's terrible. I spent 3 years, as soon as Chung's revamp started, I spent 3 years trying to get good, all to get spat in the face by a bunch of people saying, nah, man, you gear yourself up, you win automatically. It's okay. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Spam your bullet blitz. Get those easy gunshots. Yeah.
Yeah, this is look at this. This is so fun. Look at
Not to mention, that's one thing I know I want to talk about in terms of nerfs of characters. Well, I will say KOG is kind of, they're really weird about is the way they do certain characters in terms of nerfs. One, because when the new traits came out, one of the big things on ad, or I say not Mad Paradox, but wow, I can't believe I can't think of his name right now.
Doombringer?
Not Doombringer. I'm thinking of second jobs. I'm getting locked in third job names now.
Oh dang. Lunatic Psyker.
God dang, what Diabolic Esper, sheesh.
Diabolic Esper.
Diabolic Esper, when the new traits came out, Stardust Shower had a no mana break trait. It was disgusting. It was disgusting, because especially when they revamped him to where, you know, Stardust Shower, you could move while the attack was hitting you, and you had a no mana break trait. So it's pretty much like, ew, disgusting. That needed a nerf. But if you're gonna nerf it on one character, you should do it on other characters that also have that feature. No mana break trait should be something that can cancel a mana break within a hit. Not something that continuously keeps you from mana breaking forever. Because some characters deal way too much damage to have like 3 seconds. 3 seconds for some characters is like your whole life bar. So Rose. So I'm like, it needs to stop. Especially if they're gonna remove, like for instance, they removed the whole when Sandblast it didn't like just stop you in place, it used to freeze you. It was kinda like a power stun. And it was available basically to every character because it was just gear that you could have. They patched that because basically it kept you in place for way too long and it could activate more than one time, meaning your mana break was pretty much through. If they were gonna remove that, they shouldn't have gave Rose stuff like wow, what's the move? The kill jump. I can't even remember the
Kill
name
point.
of it. Yeah, kill point. Where she can just lock you in place and then you just can't do anything, like at all. I'm like, that shouldn't be on a character that has damage like her. Her damage should be based on her getting actual hits that you can get away from if you need to paint her break because she does so much damage. Shouldn't be, I do so much damage and I have a skill that can guarantee I get this much damage. That's not how a character should work. So I'm like, in terms of that type of balance, like, but people don't talk about that. People want to hype up how broken people say Lavi is. People want to say that Aisha needs more buffs when she doesn't. Like, I know on the developer notes on the Bell, when the KLGs announced that they actually going to do character revamps after Labby's third path comes out, and one of the first comments it says is that, well, dang, I really hope that Rena gets her speed back. I'm like, no.
Oh, bruh.
She does not get her speed back, because Rena with that speed that she had on her Nature Force system was ridiculously stupid. She could jump out of combo. Like, if your combo was even a smidget too slow, I mean, like, even some characters, natural combos, she could just jump out of because she was too fast over a system that was implemented in her character that didn't require you didn't need stats. You didn't have to waste no points in stats. That was free speed. I'm like, no, she shouldn't have that, because it's stupid, it's unbalanced, and people want stuff like that, but then you got people asking stuff like that, but then you got the community complaining about the game is unbalanced. What?
Rick just made another good point, bro. Go ahead.
I think what also contributes to the... Oh boy, I'm not even gonna pretend I know this word. I'm pretty sure I know what it means, but... I think what also contributes to the economy is the two main genres of Elsword clashing with each other, MMORPG versus a technical fighting game. True, because MMORPG aspect actually does kind of promote the whole gear-based system and all that, while on the other hand you have the technical fighting game, which should promote people wanting to, you know, combo and stuff like that. But sadly, when you have an easier way to play a game, the MMORPG aspect of just getting geared up and just having the damage and defense to outweigh anything, that's gonna kind of outweigh the whole technical fighting style of Elsword. So even though this game does have an amazing combo system with amazing character potential, the fact that you can easily outweigh that with, oh, I can just get geared, it's gonna kind of kill it. Which is why I was saying I think the game kind of died out when they started introducing gear that was way too over the top. Which is why I'm glad they have announced that with Kurt's Pill, it won't be gear based like Elsword. It's going to be more of a technical aspect, especially with them implementing the whole you have to rely on your partner, because the whole game is kind of relied on a two-person playstyle system. I kind of wish they would have did that with Elsword in terms of how the game works. Because if Elsword was purely technical, man, this game would have been beautiful. I mean, it still has the potential to be beautiful. It's just the community.
They want it easy. They do not want it technical.
And we can beat the cat all day, but still not gonna learn how to sing. It's like, kind of sucks. Makes you sad when, like, especially when I see folks who obviously put effort into their characters, but just because they don't have the money or whatever to get geared up, they're beat out by stats. And sadly, I've seen... You right. What's the stream about? The combos. I'm over here constantly talking about how the community needs to change. I guess they probably just needs to be another video in general.
There's a lot to talk about that.
Enthusiast, though. But I'm like, so how should we start on the combo side of things? I'm like,
how to construct one. What to learn first? Give me a second.
I mean, that's pretty easy. Basically, just learning how your character moves. So I'm like, I pretty much started out seeing what other labbies were doing. Like, when I started on the KR server, obviously, the first thing I noticed was her air dash. I was like, okay, this air dash is pretty nice. Like, got some pretty good air mobility. But then I was like, alright, she can do an X off this joint, and you can pretty much turn in any direction after you do the X. I can do it multiple times. Now at this point I didn't know, I thought she just had an air dash. Then I found out that the air dash actually hits. And so I took a couple things from this. One, not only does this air dash hit, it launches. Meaning if I launch you and I do that, oh my boy, I do that, you get a launch off of it.
That was weird.
What was?
Came back, said I'm alive.
I'm so done. So I'm like, I was like, oh, and you can do this multiple times. Bam, 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 bam. Stuff like that. I was like, okay. But then, what a lot of people have been talking about is the fact that that X part right there has a lingering hitbox. But for combos, ooh, pressed that a little bit too late.
Get back up here.
See, that's that OP hitbox you was talking about with that that dash joints. Just, it feels so good to be able to do that. Just take someone in the air. And you can do stuff like that.
It's practically insane.
I was like, and that didn't take me no thought process to figure that out. It's just like testing out stuff. And I was doing this on low. And a lot of people was like, well, when lag becomes an issue when you're fighting real players. To be honest, what I found is hitting combos on low is harder than hitting combos on actual people. Because low acts like an NPC, and so he has a lot of weird movement sometimes, especially when you're hitting him in the air, because sometimes he will just drop down out of the combo for no reason.
Right.
So I honestly think practicing on low can actually help you in terms of fighting laggers. Sometimes there's that lag that just doesn't
Yeah.
like, and then just testing out different moves helps you become good at combos. Like, alright, so one good thing about this move, whirlwind kick, obviously it drags, so it pretty much drags super armor targets. It drags pretty much anything as long as it hits. Now, thing about this move is it ignores knockdown in a way. And what I mean by this is if someone kind of goes into a state where they were going to knock down, like they get too close to a platform, the hitbox on this move hits so good that you can get stuff like platform converts without going off the platform but going under the platform. So I can do stuff like this. And just testing stuff out like that, that's kind of how you learn the character. Not just, you know, coming in here and doing loops.
No loops. None of this. No more of this. We trying to delete this. No more of this. No more of this.
It's like, also another thing is learning like backwards hitboxes. Learning what hitboxes hit behind you. That's a huge thing. Matter of fact, CG, come down here.
Gotcha.
Come. I'm gonna show this. That stomp range though. If this doesn't kill, it shouldn't kill, but it killed.
It killed me.
I was like, I'm sorry, Jude. I'm sorry. See, what had happened was I'm too strong. But nah, you do stuff like this. Oh, I pressed an X too much. I'm tripping. Hold up. I'm not used to talking and doing this at the same time. Did I not try?
Ew.
Easy stuff like that. But I'm really trying to do it with the kick because that shows it a lot better.
Yeah, that's a backwards hitbox.
Like, yeah, that giant actually hits behind you. And even though you miss some of the hits, that giant hit stun long enough for you to actually turn around and get better hits. Especially because you can do stuff like this.
So much combo potential. Jesus Christ.
I'm like, she has plenty combo potential. Plenty.
Hey, yo, Rick, you coming with that Labby combo video, my guy?
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rick, if you come in with that Labby combo video, you know what I'm saying, so I can learn some more stuff, that'd be great. I'm not saying I'm gonna steal anything, I'm just saying if you see some of your tech appearing a PvP video or something, it's not my fault. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, you wild.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, now show. I'm pretty sure they need to know this. Show them how actual long combos work. That is not actually just constructed by memory.
Yeah, you died.
I'm too much paper for you.
Bruh.
I die too easy.
Ooh, I was gonna take you up too.
Damn. I'm too fat, man.
You kind of fat, bro. I mean, I could do a long combo, but you might die a little bit too early. And that's just ground stuff. I'm like, that's just ground stuff. I'm not even really being fancy, but I'm also, like, with that, I wasn't even really being fancy like that, but I also wasn't looping. Which just shows how easy it is to be, outside the box.
The general idea of what he's showing right now, these kind of extended combos aren't just like something, practice. Like, this combo goes here and that takes you around. Like, it's not like long in practice. Majority of what he's doing is actually just smaller combos that are like chained together to make like one big one. So you'll probably have like a small chain that you made, and now that you have another small chain that you made, put those two together, and now that you just have a natural long combo that you're pretty confident will always work. Like so.
Like, yeah, that's just me doing random stuff. Obviously, I'm a bit more focused when I'm actually in PvP, but
it's just like practically random off the cuff. You know what I mean? It's not a whole practice long combo. This ain't Tekken. You're not going in the move list, learn sample combo number 7, and then using it all the time. Because like you can't just like throw that out there when it's practically just like situational. Majority of the combos that you do that are like long and drawn out like this, it's just like smaller combos that are being chained together to make a long one. It's a lot more practical or optimal, as people want to call it. I wouldn't even call it optimal, but it works. It's not looping, and sometimes combos like these can cause a lot more damage.
Almost had it. That's the one I was talking about.
Damn.
Like
Laddie, for instance.
Take someone from here to up there. I'm just like, bruh.
Like, you got combos that take you places. You got combos that set you up in situational places. You got combos that knock down off ledges, on ledges, up and down, all around. Bruh, there was a time I got comboed from way up here. Wait, hold on. I went from up here. This nigga took me all the way over here. Sorry about that. I said that. All the way over here, brought me up here, and then circled me back up here. This man took me in an entire half circle, and that was a tactical trooper.
We talking about that? Wait, what?
That was a tactical trooper that did that. A whole tactical trooper took me from here all the way over here, dragged me down here, and then that brought me all the way back up here in one combo sequence. And he didn't even need the loop. He didn't spam siege. He didn't freaking abuse stupid meta junk, jank, whatever. Dude was killing it. And all it probably took him was a little bit of training in the left, find some specific combos in order to manipulate himself around the stage. It's those tiny things that really make a difference. So part of like actually, doing like some of these combos just isn't, learning a long specific one. Just learn some short ones that you can chain together to pull together a very long string of combos, man.
Ooh. Not that hard.
Not that difficult. Let me heal back that, HP that I'm never gonna get back real quick.
And I'm like, honestly, this is what I played Labby for like a week in KR, a day here. So this didn't take much time at all to get like movement with this character.
Bruh. Just bruh. What even? What even?
Like, I'm just doing random shit.
It's just random junk that he just throws together on the fly. That's just due to like weeks and a day of practice.
But
1 week and a day.
I have to think about different characters. Can't just focus on Lappy. I know she's new, but
Hold on, Oh, I know who he's.
what
Bruh,
I need to get. What?
get the aura.
Get my R?
Get the aura.
Okay.
Get X backwards X mana drain backwards X.
Backwards X?
Get X walk backwards X mana
Oh,
drain
you talking about the
X.
meta X. You talking about the
Yeah,
X.
the meta X
X.
with the occasional up X into X. Get X the character,
Bruh.
not Mega Man X. We talking Aura X. It only takes 3 X's Aura. XXX hentai Aura. Okay, let me stop.
So I'm looking like R used to be one of my mains, to be honest, but
Show the world. Show the world. Show the world. You talking about characters that got combo potential and they don't do it makes me angry.
oof. Boy, I just got on here. They already trying to hit me with guild invites. Leave me alone.
Bruh, how?
She's in the 20s. That should be fine.
Prelude? That ain't War Prelude. Get out.
I'm just like, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
I don't even play this character. Stop inviting me. What? Ah.
Real talk. I want an apple juice. Should I? Do you have like a specific map? You want to stay at Wally's Castle Center?
Wally's Castle. It's fine. Wally's Castle is fine.
All right, cool. Remember, I'm fat. I'm chum. I'm
It don't
fat.
matter. I'm gonna need a little bit of practice anyway. It's been a while since I played R. Okay.
Look at the.
I'm like, that didn't. I don't know. What's the one I used to do? Nah, I think it's the chemistry. Yeah, that version.
Like, this was the thing that always made me angry. A character that had so much potential, lots of untapped potential, but everybody just stuck to meta. This is the character right here, garnered so much hate off of doing nothing but just like tapping the X key over and over again.
Oh, yeah. This is easy. This is so well. Not my bad. This is hard. Oh god.
This is difficult. Like, do you know how difficult it is to hit the X key and then press a certain skill to play meta? Apparently, it's so difficult to do that. Nah, you just lazy. He got all this potential to like do all this kind of crazy nonsense with this character, and has so much of this freedom. Yet, majority of the time, you're thinking about how much you want to win a match and tap the X key.
If I had my other aura, it'd be a lot better.
Well, that's the one that got the attack speed. That's the one that got the stats.
Yeah.
The right stats. Yeah. Not to mention Chung fat. Chung thick. It's a thick boy.
Can't get that back to you, bro.
Okay, he not thick, but the cannon probably thick. Don't take that the wrong way.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I remember that. She can do that.
Yeah, I remember people were asking me, how do you do that? Like, I just pressed up X. Something y'all do all the time.
You know, except during an actual combo. Like, bro, look at that. Some people didn't know about that, and they have to ask. Majority of the time, when like people see these combos, they ask, "How do you do that?" But they don't ever go to a training room to experiment. This is actually sad. There's a lot of characters with potential like this. Some people still sleep on L-Boy, Night Emperor. Y'all don't see the sequel ones training in like spar room. A bunch of Blade Masters, Fury of Blade.
Now I'm gonna try to do the side switch one. Oof.
Oh, you mean the side switch one that I can never get right? Where my fingers move faster than my brain?
Like, I haven't played this character in shit.
Months. Literal months. It's still level 64 to this day.
Yeah. I mean, I had a cap, but
But that was on like...
it was on a different account.
That you mean that account that's on like that Area 54?
Yeah. Oof.
I can't stress this enough. It's just so disappointing to kind of like see this. I always knew, like when I started to play, when I always wondered why people hate Aura. And it just made me so angry that nobody actually experimented or like tried this. They were just like, man, I just want to win matches, tap the X key and make people angry. It's all that matters. It's all that never matters. Pisses me off. It's a damn shame.
Yeah. I feel like I'm getting some lag. It might be,
You know you're gonna have to like go into like free training and show them the process, right?
eventually.
Eventually. But like this is just a general idea. This is the general consensus
Right now.
of like what happens when you have like smaller combos that kind of like how things convert into what,
There we go.
how character knowledge works, how class knowledge works. It all plays a part.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, you got that one L-Boy that's doing ZZZ forward Z in the armor break. That's the best combo in the game right there. Got ZZZ forward Z in the roll.
Back when Elboy
Sometimes
first
you
got
got that
Armageddon Blade.
They got the occasional XXX into Sonic Blade.
Like when Elsword first got Armageddon Blade, and people were into I think it's kind of back when backwards hitboxes first kind of became a thing. Because when Armageddon Blade first came out, you could do stuff like because his active skills would still hit you with Armageddon Blade. So you could like you could be hitting somebody, do kick the other way, then Armageddon Blade would hit you because he holds the blade behind him.
Yeah.
And you could do stuff like that. I'm like, man.
That was that range. That's when like people like experiments. They wanted to know more.
I'm like, ugh, it's been so long since I played horror though.
I just want them to see like I just wanted to see like an example, because like Labby's a harsh example, Aura's a harsh example. Who else is a harsh example of like character with a lot of potential, but a bunch of combos?
Don't even start on my Mad Paradox.
Bruh.
Don't even
Because that forward up ZX spam, whatever that is, that needs to stop. Ein stomps, that needs to stop.
Don't even get me started on Iron. All that stuff I did with Blue Hen and that combo of it.
Bruh. And we can't even get started on Optimus.
Don't even, bro. All these hold up. Cause that's something I really gotta show. I'm like that, cause that pissed me off. When I played Prime Operator for the first time, and I was like, I'm gonna see, cause I was like, I don't even see people. I don't see anyone play this class with like, you know, some type of skill or anything.
Some type of combo.
So I was
some
like,
type
she
of
must be she must be garbo in the combo field. And then I played her myself, and I was like, I hate NA.
I just
I was just like, I hate NA, cause she's so good.
just why?
Like, let me hold on. Let me remember the stuff I used to do on her, cause I gotta remember all her combos. But, bruh, man, that made me mad that day. That made me mad. I was like, when I played this class and I was just doing some simple lab work with her, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, she had combos that I didn't even know existed on her.
Bruh.
And she had kick combos. And I was like, seriously?
Sean's fat.
Yeah, you are fat, but I forgot the timing on it.
No!
Wow!
Get out that stuff, my brother. Show the world. Oh, damn, that works?
Yeah. I think I'm doing the step. I'm stepping forward. You're supposed to do it before she steps forward. Ooh. Forgot Rose cancels everything.
Everything. Everything!
Sheesh. Sean, why are you so fat, bro?
That boy thick. I'm telling you. Could always just go get my light ass aura, but like I don't.
Good, fam. It's better to practice on people who combos hard to hit on.
Because those are the most frequent.
I could do some of the actual. Ooh, but do I remember them guys? This is the. No, it's the shield. This one? Yes, this one. And then I gotta remember the moves. Okay, yeah, that's that one. I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this though. Because this combo was fire, but I gotta remember exactly how I did it. Alright, so I know it was. Wow!
Platforms. They save the day. Ow!
I'm gonna do this from over here. Oof! But just how, just a little.
Weave.
Almost had it. Almost.
When the Viper shot whiffed. No wait, that's not Viper shot. What am I saying? That's a fucking combo right there. God damn.
Like, and this just came from me like a little bit of practice on her. A little bit of practice. Cause I think I know another way where I went like this.
Stop right now. I might actually go get some. I might actually go get some. I am dead ass. My stomach. Man, talking to me, it was like, if you don't feed me right now,
We're gonna have a
we gonna have
problem.
a problem.
Ooh, gotta get that.
Your robot dropped a combo.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it does that because this game's stupid. What? Oof, that timing though.
Ooh,
Ah, crap.
damn.
See, that's the only thing. That's why I was like, that's one thing they need to fix is Labby. One thing about her, she's incredibly smooth, especially with her council points.
Right.
Rose don't really have that.
Like Rose just don't feels. Doesn't feel like it flows. some of these characters feel like they just don't flow
Yeah.
well.
Which means it's just like some characters have cancel points that are a lot more stiff, meaning you have to, like Derek was saying, put a lot more work into them. But I'm like, I don't know, I feel like once you get that stuff down though, that's what makes the character kind of good.
Damn.
Like, it's not that hard, bro.
Just takes a little bit of effort. You know, the one thing that nobody has.
That no one likes to try. Put effort into something. I'm like, I feel if you like a character, you should be putting effort into it. Doing it too late. I'm like, damn.
I really do. Some combo. Shit.
Yeah, that's another thing that needs to be fixed. People talk about how Rose isn't broken. Just kidding. No one says that. But honestly, her gunshots though, especially with auto guns, because that stuff is crazy. What was the other move she had? No, she has a move where she can literally back up with her shots after doing the kick. Oh yeah, I forgot how long that slide is. That has some crazy range now. Ooga booga. Mr.
Ooga boonga. Ooga boonga. My sweat has Ooga boonga. Ooga boonga. Oh, easy XD.
So that cancel point. I'm like, that's a really good move, but it's so stiff in terms of a cancel point. That's kind of ridiculous. But also could be because I don't have no speed on this character. One thing, if you want to be good, I ain't gonna say want to be good at combos, but
if you want your combos elite,
you need some speed.
Consistent.
You gotta have some speed, man.
You gotta go Sonic fast. You gotta have some type of. You got no speed.
They should change the name of attack speed though, because that don't really just affect attack speed. Attack speed also affects your animation speed.
Animation speed.
So like how fast you recover from stuff, like how fast you get up. Like if you've ever been like super frozen or something like that, like something that really reduces your attack speed and movement speed, and you notice if you get knocked down, your character stays on the ground for a hell of a long time. It's because your attack speed also affects your animation speed. Meaning if you have super low attack speed, then someone who's super fast could just jump out of your combos. So it's not really lag, it's just that you're not attacking them fast enough to where you can keep them in a basically a hit stun frame. Cause I know I get that a lot. I got that a lot on my Ellis's. Cause I do run on my Elrinoid gear. I do one freaking attack speed +2 enhancement.
Yeah, Alice's is the reason why I chose tonight.
So she has like, I think my Ellis's has about. The thing about that 12% is it's unnormalized. So unlike the 30% cap, I got about 41% natural attack speed on my Ellis's. So when people be attacking me, if they are just a little bit too slow, I'm out of there.
Hey yo, I just realized I get paid on a day King Hearts drops.
You get paid on the day Kingdom Hearts come out?
Yep.
Boy.
You know what that means.
To cop me some of that. I should do the other one, because the other one was actually kind of nice.
What's up, Mr. Sprinkles?
Oh shit. Did she have another one? I really gotta figure out that what's the name though. I gotta figure it out. Cause it's not that. I forgot how to do it. I forgot how to do it. No.
Forgot how to do it.
It's like she does a slide and then she like freaking steps back with it though. It's so silly. Not that one though. She actually, you can slide off of when you forget commands. L Wiki, where you at?
Dang, you gotta resort to the wiki.
Like, cause I ain't played that during the solo. It was such a, oh my god, it's such a good command. Hardly ever see any options, well not options, it's a prime operator do it. And I'm just like, it's such a good command though. Like, why wouldn't you want to use that? Like, it's so good.
There are just some times where you just have a bunch of online warriors.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Like, bro.
I was like, you can literally just look fancy just by doing that. Just literally bam, bam.
Just from that one command. You have all these online warriors that want to tap next with Rose, and she has all of this. I can understand when people say Stormtrooper kind of a problem because, you know, she kind of, that girl kind of lacks a little bit of, we ain't gonna talk about that.
No.
No!
Oh my god, please. Robot, why you being gay today?
Bro, do you have like a bag of chips or something?
Bruh.
I'm dying. I haven't eaten like all day. You got some burritos, dog.
Alright, that was pretty fire. It was short, but it was fire. I like it. It was clean.
Not like it's not difficult.
Interesting. Kinda like it's not difficult.
Wait.
This robot though. That's one thing I have to say. This robot kinda being disrespectful.
Disrespect Volume 6. Robot is unga bunga.
Another thing about the combo, you can cancel it. Like, that's what I mean by a character being smooth. Like, that is nasty.
That is actually.
I'm like, I swear, you can cancel this joint so early that I'm pretty sure when she's jumping towards you, the bullets are still flying through the air.
Yes.
I'm like, that's nasty. And then if you know a fast fall drop, it's coming. Oof. That's another thing. Like, does she?
What's another thing? Oh, I know who's another. Animos.
But Animos is easy.
Nah. You know they don't play Animos.
I mean, I hardly see Animos nowadays, though.
Because they're saying that she needs us. She's a problem. She's not as good as before. She's not broken. She's not unga bunga.
I'm not even covering that one because people need to know.
That's a whole nother video by
I'm like, she's too easy. I'm not even covering that.
That's a whole nother video.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill this meta ad though.
Oh snap. Oh no. Don't do it to me.
I kinda have to. I love Labby. I love Elsword. Folks need to stop with this ad meta. It's time
This
to stop.
is your boy.
Well, I think my other ad has it. It should be good though. I don't know.
So you got
like that attack speed though.
See, that's right. So, kill him. Character. that's right. Labby. That paradox, haven't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. But
Killing some eternity winners.
I can literally, like with ad, I can literally show what I mean when I say different stuff with characters. Just testing out different stuff with characters.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I'm like, yeah, that whole setup, I made that just by testing out his Dash ZX. I wondered what happened if you missed the up Z. That was just my thought process. I was just like, I wonder what would happen if you missed the up Z. I'm just like, so simple.
Bro, look. What?
I'm like, so simple. It's not hard to do this stuff.
Bro, look at. Fuck. You got backwards hitboxes on energy, boom. You got quirky stuff like that. The movement option. Real talk, this man's ad is effective. You got people talking about trash, Diabolic Esper, trash MP, like, oh yeah, he's no, that man's trash.
Oof.
He says it all the time.
Not hard to be good at that.
Like, this stuff ain't hard. Just make it look like it's hard. What?
Oof, over it. Not that hard. I'm like, man, this character is so good. Like, now, that was just me playing around with stuff that I know how to do on ad. But I'm gonna show you what NA likes to do.
Yep. Yeah, that looks familiar. Oh yeah, that definitely looks familiar. Oh yeah.
They wouldn't even use forward field. They just keep doing this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I can confirm that. Don't they usually have burning forward on too?
Oh
That
yeah,
right?
you know they gotta have burning forward, gotta have your resist. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have
Shadows.
the shadows descent.
Yeah. That's every ad in NA. And why do they do it? Oh, because it's optimal. Why else would you do
this? This is so
anything else?
hard, bro.
This is so hard.
That takes so
you know
much
how
skill.
hard.
That takes.
Only, only thing hard about anything that they did was acquiring everything they needed to do that strat, and I'm pretty sure the majority of them just wailed it out.
Basically.
Just wailing. God. Yeah, no nice things.
Oof. Man, I ain't really gotta do that to you. Ooh. What's that one time where I did that? I'm sliding too fast. Forward on. Jude, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? Am I lagging?
too slow in the uptake.
Sorry about that. Too fat. Oh god, I'm too fat.
Nah, that was me. I got the jump wrong.
Wee.
Like, it's not that hard, though. Come on. Yeah. I might be fucking up in a minute. Damn! I can't believe I actually missed that. I usually get that all the time.
Bruh.
And it's supposed to come up behind you, knock you back the other way, but... Wow.
Kill me!
I don't wanna, bro. I don't...
Do it!
Dang.
Doesn't kill me!
Like, and all this is just simple stuff. How about the combo enthusiast? Practice.
The one thing no one ever does.
Look at that. Look at that catch. Yeah. That was beautiful. Also, one thing, I guess I could teach a little bit of tech. For instance, this is the reason why that works. Yeah, right there. Nah, it's a little too close. So, if I drop him right here, from the back, pulls in. Like, I don't even want to teach that. What should I'm trying to think, what should I teach? There's so many topics when it comes to combos, unlike, you know, the other stuff.
I could show some tech.
Oh, you mean some of that good old... Wheel. Alright.
Wee.
I was in the groove, you know? I was in the groove.
Wee.
And like, that's just
Alright.
simple stuff. Cause I'm like, I think KLG knows what they're doing when it comes to these combo implements, because they obviously give these characters certain things for a reason. There's a reason Matt Paradox can do fake shit in the air.
I mean, like, there's a reason why this nigga dual buster twice. Twice.
Mostly
Majority of the
because originally Dual Buster kind of sucked when you used it one time because
Kind of sucked.
it
Like,
didn't catch right.
it didn't catch right. But now, just by doing it twice,
That dwarf potion messed you up big time.
until you see, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Yeah, I got.
Dwarf potion was like, you're not going back. You know that, right?
Alright, so back on the topic of backwards hitboxes, due to mod headshot actually being chargeable and having a hitbox on impact, as soon as you use it, it has a backwards hitbox. So in some situations where you dual buster, and then that you feel like you're right behind the opponent, you didn't go past them.
Because dual buster is either gonna put you right there or like right behind them. One of the two.
Behind them, just like right next to them.
Also,
So in some cases, you can just double dual buster.
On the wall, then it's kind of nasty.
Right? It's one of those little small setups where after like doing a double dual buster, you can throw it out, headshot, and then that sometimes it'll hit, and then that you can like confirm into something sick.
It's like, I wish.
Like, come on now.
Just by knowing your character.
Just by knowing your
Sometimes
character.
you don't, but it's
It's one of those
risk to
small
take.
things you pick up.
It's like, damn. I'm like, cause you know, I still don't see anybody realize that they can do this. I don't even know if I should show this on stream. They might nerf ad again after this.
Oh no, don't do it.
I'm like, bruh, This character's sick. People just don't know what they be doing. It's like, oof. I'm like the setups. Like, you think Labby got setups? You come in with Abby and this joint. Look at that. It's just nasty. That's
Disgusting.
Nasty. Oh boy.
Okay.
Move the backwards hit box on that? Nah, of course not. Why would they do that?
I've reached my limit. At this point, I'm so hungry that even my character is holding his stomach.
I'm so done.
I'm about to get some food.
Yeah, dinner actually just got done for me as well.
So I think I'm just gonna go eat.
How long was this? I think we covered a lot of good points. I'm probably gonna do this again. I'm gonna do more of this because I really want to hit all the points, and I know we were hitting a lot of rants today instead of a lot of the how to become a combo enthusiast. Hit some good points, as long as someone actually watches the full stream.
Might as well just make it a part 1. Combo enthusiast. What is wrong with everybody? Part 1.
I should actually do that. I'm probably gonna make a video about like all the balance changes that need to happen in Elsword.
Yeah.
The real ones. Not the Rena needs her speed back, not the Aisha needs her buffs. Not the Labby needs to be nerfed because she's a new character. Not the Ad needs to be nerfed because he's Ad.
Jesus Christ.
Like give matter of fact, give Rage Hearts his combo potential back. Please give him Burning Rush charge back again. Like, because if you're gonna change his Dash CX to have super armor anyways, because I'm like, they kind of nerfed it when he class changed. He didn't have super armor new move, but he had a new move, but it was kind of garbage. Now he has a new move that's garbage and he has super armor. That's just basically playing on the whole trash playstyle type thing. I would actually rather him have his little super armor like Burning Rush giant from him being a Reckless Fist, which had way better combo potential.
Oh my god.
That's the kind of changes that need to be made. But we'll stop here for now. We showed a little bit of tech. You got to see a little bit of Luciel, a little bit of what Demonio's third job can actually do, a little bit of what Ad can do. I am working. I know I put out a short video that had some pretty fire Labby combos in there, but obviously that was after me playing her for a short period of time. I'm gonna go back to the lab with her, find out some even more better tech, and I'm gonna be putting out a new combo video. Probably gonna do another multi-character combo video with my boy Renoya and my boy Team Combo. Probably find some other players who might want to be a part of it and bring out some more fire non-meta content. But until then, I'll see you next time.
Ow.